Hey, thanks for watching my channel. I am the Divine Maverick, also known as the mother of twins. If this is your first time watching the channel, I need to let you know that everything that I say from this point forward is part of the reading. It is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. But if it does, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, because when you subscribe, it puts your energy in these cards. And you may hear your story or feel your energy in the cards. Thank you so much, Try, for all your likes and your subscribes. This is going to be for the Divine Feminine. And some quick energy check-in. If you like the way I read, everything that you need to know can be found in the description box below. I call my sessions my love and light sessions. So if you want one of those, it'll just be like two old friends enjoying some tarot. Higher consciousness. Nice. All right. Looks like spiritual ascension has happened. Lovely. Blooming like a rose. Feeling good about it. Divine Feminine. You can get this other deck. I'm sorry, I just heard an instruction to get another deck. Right now, you're in the middle of your ascension. So, like I said, in the past, you've been growing, you've been changing, you've been ascending. If you look and you see those angels, you have angelic assistance. I feel like there's gifts and callings. There's understanding you're gaining. It's like knowledge gaining. It's like these fairies or whatever those flying beings are. They're like ethereal creatures. Some of you are star seeds. You're discovering you are like definitely interacting with your intergalactic crew. You know, I feel like some of you wear a rose quartz, or you use a rose. Why can't I say rose quartz? You use a rose quartz with your magic, and or you know, you're definitely identifying with the rose quartz as it relates to healing, you know, kind of a love thing with you. Hey, that's mixed in there. Let me show you this Ascension card right quick. If you look at that Ascension card, doesn't it look like the branches of that tree, doesn't look like hands going up to the sky, like assistance, and then there's the light. That orb of light makes me think of so watch this, as above so below. You know, you're ascending, you're realizing how you're connected to all things and how light is in and through all things. You're discovering your own inner light. You're discovering how to you're becoming grounded, rooted and grounded in what you believe now, because, you know, greater wisdom, greater you're ascending to higher heights. So you're rooted and grounded. Some of you are realizing how far down your roots go, because you are realizing from past lives, and just maybe you've done some past life work or some past life regression where you're finding out where you came from, or who you are. And so you're realizing that you come from a lineage of priests or mystics or sages, or folks that work in the arts, the spiritual arts, the spiritual teachers, gurus, practitioners, Reiki practitioners, healers, dietitian. I just heard dietitian, but I know something about dietary needs, and maybe herbologists, or oh gosh, one who specializes in foods to eat. You know, one who specializes in foods. But anyway, you're definitely in smack dab in the middle of your ascension. With what? Answering the call, right? Answering the call of your soul. You know, right? Your soul. What is your soul calling you to do? Where is your soul calling you to go? Some of you are definitely stepping into your power. Some of you are overcoming some obstacles, maybe some childhood things, such as feeling marginalized, feeling ostracized, spending a lot of time alone, feeling, you know, that you didn't get the nurturing that you actually needed, but still moving forward, still being able to look and see the silver lining in every cloud. Others of you are still trying to decide if you're going to go all the way with this. I'll get the book in a minute, because there's another message in here. But coming up for you is liberation. And you can't help but notice that third eye. You can't help but notice the heightened intuition, because you can look at the posture of the woman. That's almost like a I surrender all. I surrender all. You know what I mean? It's like a surrendering to source, to self, the journey, the growth, the maturity, the understanding, the enlightenment. It's like surrendering to everything that is, so the all-knowing, right? And this card says liberation, and I can't help but think where there's a scripture that says where the spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. And so I'm just really feeling like where you have connected to the divine, you are liberated in your thoughts, in your movements, in your speech, in your behavior. You are just absolutely free. So divine feminine, freedom is on your menu in your upcoming future. Not too long, we'll get a timing, but freedom is coming. Why is that freedom? Liberation. What's being liberated? Boom. That priestess in you. How are you being called to step up and lead? Because you have to be free. Oh, my nose itching. Y'all not about to channel now. Y'all know when my nose itches, what that means. But anyway, you're stepping into your priestessness, right? And so you're discovering now that you're being called to step up and lead. So now you're figuring out the how. You're figuring out what you're. I'll tell you how. Darn right, Sears. I don't know why I just said that. Darn right, Sears. Somebody likes to shop at Sears. Right, because you're a communicator. See that? Communicator. Words have power. You're truthful. You're outspoken. You're flexible. You're clear. You're quick. You're relatable. You're friendly. You're intelligent. You're open-minded. You're intuitive. You're psychological. You're discriminating. You're informed. And you're articulate. Ruled by Mercury. This is you, priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Because you have something to say. Why? Because you are intuitive. You are thoughtful. You are a clear communicator. You are relatable. People relate to you. You are articulate. You know how to say what you need to say. You are discriminating. You don't do anything. You think about it. You pray about it. You meditate about it. You seek a higher source. You seek your ascended master, your spirit guides. You seek the answers before you make a move. You are intelligent. You are friendly. You can't lead people unless you are friendly. If you want to show yourself friendly, then you'll show yourself having friends. I don't know who that's for. But you are showing up as the communicator and this high priestess. And this is all about that liberation coming up in the near future because you are tapping in to this wealth archetype. Let me tell you what I mean. Let me show you what you were moving in. When you had to, in the past, when you had to have, you were growing. Let me tell you why you had to grow. Let me do the shadow side of this and show you what I mean. Thank you for your patience. 31. Thank you for your patience. Okay. Here's the shadow of the communicator. Did I do your mantra? Let me do your mantra first. The shadow of the communicator is words have power. How are you being called to step up to lead? Your words have power. You're being called to speak for some of you. Some of you are being called to communicate. You're being called to speak. Speak your truth. Speak the way. Speak of knowledge. You're called to speak the oracle. Some of you are oracles and you're called to go ahead and speak because that's what you are, right? So your soul desire is to be a channel for clarity and growth. What? Clarity and growth, growing, right? See how all the cards, the synchronicities are amazing. So your purpose is to speak truth and illuminate clarity and understanding for the positive growth of humanity. So let me tell you what you were wrestling with or what you were challenged with. Some of you, it may or may not resonate. What you were challenged with in your near past, is if you're in the shadow of the shadow energy of the communicator, then your words can be blunt, like razor sharp or sarcastic with power to cut another down. So for some of you, you might have been using your words to hurt. Queen of Swords in reverse. You might have been cutting people down because your words do have power. And what you were saying was definitely, I'm hearing, handicapping or immobilizing some people. If you don't check yourself, you can hurt those you love and care about. Trying to process too much at once leaves you all over the map. So some of you are very scattered. So your words were scattered because you couldn't, it's like when you did get up to speak, some of you felt discombobulated and you knew that it was some sort of block, some sort of spiritual block or some sort of spiritual attack, but you pressed through it. You kept going. Some of you did develop a fear behind public speaking or leading or really high priestess energy, stepping up to lead, right? And so you stopped talking. You know what I mean? So you were here. You know, how is your What is your soul calling you to do? Because see that little girl, that looks like somebody that was stopped and trying to figure out what they need to do. And for some of you, you felt that you had that actual energy because you were all over the map, because you were trying to process too much at once. And then you realize, okay, I need balance. I need to tap into my higher self ascension, right? And bring this thing together. Bring my life together, bring my leadership style together, bring this team together, bring this family together, bring this relationship together, okay? Bring this idea out, or speak about this idea or this project with clarity, with clarity. I want to be clear as I'm talking. I want them to hear me clearly. I'm hearing somebody say that. So anyway, when stressed, you mentally spin and don't see or translate things clearly. We spoke about that. This leads to major breakdowns in communication and painful misinterpretations and misunderstandings. So you'll find that even as a leader, some of you have had trouble in the past with being misunderstood or having miscommunication be like the hallmark of every time you had an interaction with somebody. And for some of you, you just got tired of being misunderstood. And like I said, not very many of you, but there were some of you that just kind of played the back and stayed in the back. But then there with this card right here, how it answer the call to your soul. Ring, your soul is calling. Speak up. Ring, you know what I mean? It's time for us to do some growing. We have to grow past this. Growing, look at that. Every rose has its thorns. So I'm even feeling something was beautiful, but it hurt you. There was something beautiful that you were nurturing, growing, creating. It was very beautiful, but it pricks you. It had thorns on it. So it was very painful for you to do, but you grew through it. So some of you had very bad experiences, work experiences or family experiences. And it looked good on the outside, or it was very visually appealing, but it hurt you. It might have just even been wearing a mask in a relationship, or like I said, a partnership. But the point is, that you are you were tired of being misinterpreted and you were tired of the miscommunication, and so you're healing that. How about that? If you find yourself in the shadow of the communicator, you are trying to be too many things to too many people. It's time to take some personal time to quiet your mind with meditation, deep relaxation, and time in nature. And once you reboot and restore your clarity, your brilliant mind will put everything in order once again. So again, that is the shadow side of the communicator, but you're being liberated. You are you're coming up as the high priestess, and you're being liberated by moving in your major, your better gifts, or your higher gifts, your higher self even. Let me just show you one more thing in here. Thank you for your patience. Very quickly. The communicator knows the power of words to educate, inform, uplift, grow, transcend, open possibilities, and connect the truth. Okay? You're no longer overwhelmed, sarcastic, blunt, or pessimistic. Now you are informative. You uplift. You grow. You transcend. You open possibilities. You connect to truth. Your words educate now, not discombobulate now. Okay, so that is the liberation. Now you are moving in your freedom. You have stepped up. You've answered the call of your soul, which is to use your high-powered gifts. I want to communicate. And that. So put that across the board with your relationship. So you need to communicate better in your relationship. Take one off right off the tarot. Take one right off the tarot. Boop. It's time, Wheel of Fortune. It's time. That non-communicative or that misunderstanding, misinterpretation, that cycle in your connection is over. You're going to communicate so you can grow and inform and transform the relationship, and any relationship that is. Okay. When can we see all this liberation happening? Spirit, when can we see all this liberation happening? You have higher consciousness. I have no end. We can set it up. Let me ask the question. Sorry, I was looking at higher consciousness. I couldn't help but look at that. Higher consciousness is at the bottom of the deck, right? And that's what this is. You are now in touch with your divine self. You have answered the call. What is your soul calling you to do? It's calling you to ascend. It's calling you to touch heaven. It's calling you to touch source. It's calling you to align with the planets. It's causing you to understand the planets and how they rule and what they govern and how it affects you. You see, I don't think it's lost or by happenstance these planets or the solar system is in this picture, and she is open and drawn to everything. We've had this card before. I know I just had this card in another reading recently, just very, very, very recently. Very recently. Okay. And okay, I won't do that. It's so many messages I want to get out, so many messages I want to hear. All right, but so Divine Feminine, it definitely looks like you are growing past some shadow energy, being a little, non-communicative, a little pessimistic. Just had to come. You had to just grow through a little bit. Just get your mind right. Start moving in your high value gifts. And again, every rose has its thorn. It was beautiful, but it hurt you. And that beautiful lesson, that beautiful thing that drew you in, though it hurt you, it caused your ascension. And for some of you, that does translate to your twin flame connection, or some other relationship, or a business partnership, or even with you. You found that some of you might have found that your beauty hurt you. You know what I mean? People didn't want to hear what you had to say. People didn't care what you had to say. Because you were so beautiful. Like, what did you possibly have of worth to say? Can you just stand there and be beautiful? I'm hearing that for somebody. But my point is, you grew past that. You're growing past that, and you're no longer in denial, even, or denial about what your soul is calling you to do, because you have definitely ascended, because you have tapped into it. You're a priestess. You are magical. There you are. You're a priestess. See? So you're putting all your high value gifts. You're honing all your gifts. All that all that magic. And you're so divinely guided and so divinely protected. Somebody needs to know that you're safe doing this. I'm hearing that you're safe doing this. You're safe being this way. It's safe. It's safe. You got to get used to what freedom is like. This is what liberation looks like. Meaning you are safe to be you. You want to wear feathers in your hair? Wear feathers in your hair. You know what I mean? You're safe. You're safe. Let me just check that time. You're safe, right? You're in a new cycle, Wheel of Fortune. The cycle is now turning in your favor. You're in a new cycle, right? You're the communicator now. Use your high value gifts. Be that truthful, outspoken, flexible, divine feminine. Be clear. Be quick-witted. You are intuitive. You are discriminating. Again, you are friendly. You are intelligent. You are relatable. People can relate to you. People get you. People can understand you now, because you're being the more of you than you've ever been ever, right? When can we see this liberation happening in these high value gifts with the communicator? When can we see like a bit of a change, or what is your message to us, Spirit? Daddy God, what is your message to us? Ooh, I'm working for this. One more. Thank you. I had to work for that one. This is my birthday card. No need to worry. You're right on track. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. No need to worry. So, Spirit, what do you have to say about the twin flame connection? What's the message about the twin flame? Let me pull the Moon Oracle for this one. What's your advice for that? Oh, that was easy. Hunger and patience. Hunger and patience. Hunger is all about desire. Spirit knows you want it. God knows you want it. Still got to be patient. Why? I know you get tired of hearing being patient. Temperance and patience. I'm so tired of being patient. I've been patient. Some of you have been patient for 36 years, 9 years. Some of you have been patient for 11 years, 29 years, 2 years, 9 years. Come on, you put it where it goes, right? But still, hunger. This is a desire of yours, yes. But are you hungry for it all, or hungry for some? Do you want the whole package? You just want a little bit. You want kibbles and bits, or do you want the whole meal? Because wolves don't just want kibbles and bits. This wolf right here, hungry like the wolf. How hungry are you for it? How hungry are you for your ascension? How hungry are you for your liberation? How hungry are you? You're growing. You're still growing, but you still got to be a little patient. It's almost there. Spirit, put one more card on this, since y'all want to put a love oracle card on there. Sorry, y'all heard me pop my... I'm forgetting I'm being seen now. Let me thank you. Put one on these two. Look at that. Boom. See there? See there? For the hunger card and the patience card, let me show you what I got. Boom. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. That's all you got to do. Trust your heart. Continue to follow its guidance. And talk about it. Communicator. See that throat chakra? I'm telling y'all. That's part of the reading. See, I made me coughing. Part of the reading. That's what I do. That's what I do. This looks like the full moon to me. Tomorrow, somebody needs to howl at the moon. Whenever you see this, next full moon, howl at it. Oh, just howl at it. I don't know. Howl at the moon. It'll be good for your identity. That's what I'm talking about. I'm sensing such a desperation and a power in that card. Like, if you don't come right now, like, what in the what? What's going on? I'm feeling such a... That's like, I'm hungry like the wolf. What's going on? But still being advised, hold your little red balloon because it's not quite time yet, but it's coming. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep this video. Y'all can say, dog, she was coughing loud. Well, somebody needs to talk. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the message, Divine Feminine. Until we meet again, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.